I was just recounting to friends today how all my life I was so in the unconscious habit of creating a running commentary in my mind of criticizing people and complaining about situations nonstop. Does she know how unflattering that outfit is? Why would anyone spend their time and money on that ridiculous hobby? Ugh, I'm so glad I don't sound like that person. If this weather gets any hotter, I'm going to die. Why didn't all these people learn to drive? How could anyone vote for him? That was my normal brain chatter, and I never questioned it. Most people don't. The first step on the spiritual path is when we recognize that we are not those thoughts. We are not our roles, possessions, or even experiences. That is the ego disguise we've built up over the years. And if any of those ego opinions are violated because my opinions are right, I am most unhappy, which means I suffer little upsets all day, every day, because the real world out there has no consideration whatsoever for my long list of the way things must be and my other long list of the way things must not be. But if I'm not those thoughts I've created as, my one true way, who am I? I am the one who can witness those thoughts and call them into question. For example, I'm not a secretary, a role. I am the one who observes that I go to work and I do secretarial things. I am the one who can catch myself thinking mean thoughts and make the decision not to do that anymore. Here's an example. I usually work Monday and Wednesday afternoons. On Monday, I went into work. I checked the paper in the copier tray and there was cardstock in there. Who left that in there? How lazy and inconsiderate of them. That was my ego's instant reaction, the first responder. For my list of what must be, people should not leave the copier in that condition. The copier should be ready to go for the next person. Guess what? They don't. Reality doesn't care one whit for my list of do's and don'ts. My next thought was, really, Kathy, is it a big deal that you need to swap out the cardstock for copier paper? In fact, how many times have I accidentally left the wrong colored paper in the tray? That was the voice of my true self, the one buried under the ego's rather domineering thoughts. It is the witness to my thoughts that reminds me that I don't want to be reactive. I don't want my mind to be upset by every little thing, ever. I want to live in peace. Wednesday, I go into work. I type up the minutes from the trustees meeting and print 7 copies. I go to the printer and pick them up, and they're printed on cardstock. My instant reaction, I said out loud because no one was around, damn it! Immediately following, my true self, who notices what my ego is doing, says, oops, I did it again, and I choose peace. Next thing, my true self says, please leave cardstock in the printer on Monday. Give me another chance to get it right. It really is a welcome thing after a while to welcome and notice these little upsets that we can heal. As long as we insist on people and the world out there look and believe and act exactly as we prefer, we'd better get used to disappointment and rage and resentment and hurt and all forms of fear. Wouldn't it just be easier to change me instead of attempting to control every person, weather, organization, event, and situation out there? Well, when you put it that way. We are ready to change when we realize we have a problem, and the problem is me. Once that's done, we have to relentlessly monitor our ego's instant and unconscious reactions. Realize we are not those instant thoughts. We have a choice in how we respond. Then we call on our divine built-in watcher and advisor to reprogram the response. Michael Singer suggests relaxing your mind at that instant. Just give the unwanted reaction some space. Just notice it. Then let it pass on through, which it will, eventually. You can use any conscious technique to bypass the ego and recognize, realize, and reroute your response. There is someone in here, and that is reachable beyond the false self. That conglomeration of made-up thoughts that we constructed that constitute my self-concept or ego. That someone is who we really are at the core. When we consistently catch and let those unwanted thoughts go, and it may take 50 times of finding cardstock in the printer, but eventually it will occur to me that, hey, I found cardstock and replaced it without any disturbance to my peace of mind at all. Woohoo! And after we've torn down all the ego's defenses like that, brick by brick, the defenses we thought would keep us safe, but only succeeded in keeping us in fear, will lead us to life of freedom. Freedom from upset. We can live with what is left, joy and peace and love instead. We can shine that divine.